We are the tomorrow makers, movers, shakers, award-winning tutors, creators, future shapers, boundary breakers. We are a shimmering coastline, a city changing fast. Such is life and our world. But fear not, if we are the dreamers of dreams, the forever optimists, it seems, its future is ours to decide. Game-changing, world-changing, life-changing. We are the life-changing University of Sunderland.
Hi, my name's Hazel Ranthwaite and I head up the Corporate and Professional Education team here at the University of Sunderland. So essentially what we do is we pull together it centrally. So we've got a dedicated team in Corporate and Professional Education that works across the entire institution. So what that means is it gives the student, but also the force or the employer, if that's who we're working with, that single point of contact. So for the student, they can just come to the CaPE team and we'll be able to organise everything they need, whether that's enrolment, registration, answering any queries, liaising with them in terms of their studies and supporting them throughout that journey. We all know that if you've not been to university before, it can be quite a daunting experience. So we're really there to help ease that student's mind. From an organisational point of view, we're there to make that development of a programme, if that's what we're working on with, a lot easier. So they have just one person that they can liaise with, and we bridge that gap between professionals and academics and the organisation or the individual to kind of make all of that work. So essentially what that means is you've got a one-stop shop for all work-based learning. So it just provides that ability for the individual and the organisation to upskill either themselves or their staff without having to worry about any of the administration or any of the other issues that come with that. That's our job. So we're hopefully there to make them feel much more at ease about their experience at university. The University of Sunderland has a really unique approach, which I know every institution says, but we've really got a specialist strand here around investigative practice. So we've decided to create a pillar of excellence around that, which really kind of emphasises and draws together the full institutional experience and all of the areas that we currently offer in terms of investigative practice. So if you're an investigator and you specialise in cybercrime, then obviously we've got cyber security expertise that can help you. Same with social work, business, law and so on and so forth. So we try to bring together the whole portfolio from within the institution to help really support the provision that we've got. As part of that, we're developing a whole host of different areas. So we've got our BA Applied Investigation, which currently, if you've got PIP 1 or PIP 2, you can APEL through the first 2 years of the programme. And just join us for the 3rd year, where you do 6 taught days, and then you come out with your BA Honours in Applied Investigation. We're just about to open that up at year 2. So if you've got your PIP 1, you can then come and join us and do years 2 and 3 of the programme. We've also got an MA Investigative Management, which is really for those that are at Tier 5 and above if you work within the police, and that really has a look at leadership and leading complex investigations. In addition to that, we're creating a series of CPD, so we'll be having a look at a whole suite of different specialist areas that individuals can undertake via a whole host of different learning methods. So whether it's an attendance here of the University of Sunderland, either at our Sunderland campus or our London campus, or whether it's through virtual means in terms of our virtual learning environment, so a little bit of online learning. So that's part of the portfolio we're developing. We also have a really keen interest to work with forces to provide some accreditation around their in-house provision. Obviously with the PQF coming out, there's a really big emphasis from the College of Policing at having a look at that recognition of prior learning and that recognition of experience, and that's something as a university that we really want to support the College of Policing and individuals within the investigative field in doing.
I'm Gary Shaw. I'm the professional lead on the BA Applied Investigation programme at Sunderland University. My background is in policing. I joined Northumbria Police way back in 1977, and all the way through my service has been mainly involved in investigation. I've been involved in this programme since its inception, probably now about 10 years ago. And the attractiveness of the university is they looked at this when I came and spoke to them, more forward thinking I think than other institutions that I'd spoken to about around that time, and they could see the value. They've been really strong around corporate professional education. in my experience, there's not a problem when they looked at these challenges. It's never been a, I don't think we can do that. There's always how do we achieve that? And the team for me have been fantastic. It's been an interesting journey over the last 10 years, and the programme is in a fantastic place now in respect of the approach that's needed to deal with people who are working in a difficult environment. So the university, I think, appreciate what's required. They're treating people as individuals. They've got a fantastic reputation, I think, for the student experience, and I think as an overall package, people give a chance to showcase the North East as well. That it's academics and professionals, within the field of investigation, working closely together to try and improve and enhance the quality of investigations out there, because as part of another role I have, going around the country, I can see the need that officers or in the service or other people within other organisations aren't getting the recognition for all of the hard work that they're putting in from an academic perspective. And the programme is a fantastic opportunity for people to be able to either finish their career with an academic qualification, or in fact enhance what they're doing in the workplace already with a qualification around the work that they do.
My name's Emma Spooner, and I am the programme lead for the BA in Applied Investigation here at the University of Sunderland. Yeah, do you know what? I mean, Sunderland's a fantastic city. As you can probably tell, I'm from the south. So the first time that I came to Sunderland was to do the degree myself. But it's a fantastic city. The university is great as well. It's got some new buildings. It's in a cracking location, city centre, so you've got access to everything. But for me, Sunderland as a university is the best place to do this degree, because of the teaching team that's wrapped around it. The BA Applied Investigation course is unique because of the combination of the practical experience and also the academic experience that gets brought together within the programme. And certainly the teaching team here at Sunderland is made up of a combination of practitioners and also academics. So you get that real blend, and it's really about applying the academic language and the academic rigour into the real world of policing. So rather than having them as two separate entities, it's around actually how can we improve professional practice and get an understanding from the academic world as to how we actually do that. But it's done with a very, very practical focus, so it's actually about improving our performance within the workplace. I think what we want the students to get out of this is there's two aspects to it, because we have two different modules that we teach on it. Part of it is extending professional competence, and that really is about understanding yourself as an investigator, understanding why do you make the decisions that you make within investigations, what are your assumptions that underlie that, and really starting to challenge yourself and think about yourself, think about the type of person that you are and the way that you interact with other people, and why do you interact, why do some things work out well for you, why do some things not work out well for you. It's getting that real depth of understanding both of yourself as a person, but particularly as yourself as an investigator or as an interviewer, to understand why you function in the workplace in the way that you function. And then the other side of it is the research-based project that we also ask the students to complete as well. And that's a very practical project based around issues and problems that people are faced with on a day-to-day basis within the workplace, and it's about really trying to make a difference either within your own team or within your own station or within your own district that you work within, maybe even regionally as well, but actually really making a difference to the day-to-day policing that you can actually do. So that's what we want. Obviously we want students to get a degree at the end of it as well, so they've got that piece of paper that they can walk away with, and that recognition for all of the previous experience and for all of the hard work that they've put in, all of the skills and knowledge that they've built up with. That all comes together under the degree and the piece of paper. But actually we also want to make people better investigators as well, and I think that meshes together to make this a really good programme, and I think Sunderland offers that.
My name is Ian Carr. I'm a principal lecturer at the University of Sunderland in the Faculty of Business and Law. I work for the university for 12 years now, with a background in the financial sector. For the last last 9 to 10 years I've been involved in corporate programmes, so the design and delivery of corporate programmes, corporate degree programmes, working in partnership with large and small organisations. I think Sunderland University is the best place to do this course because we understand our students, we want to build good professional relationships with those students, and I think the approach that the tutors that we have and the management that we have are all about, you know, making sure we have good relationships. Because these cohorts are quite small, because the individual groups that come on the course are quite small, it means that we can get closer to understanding those students and tailor the course to meeting those needs. I do think we're well equipped and set up to understand the needs of distance learners or part-time learners, people that are in full-time jobs who are trying to balance their family lives, their work lives with studying a qualification like this, a degree level qualification. And I think we have a good understanding of that, and I think we have the right staff to be able to deliver that. The uniqueness of the course comes in the fact that it is very much tailored to the organisation and to the individuals within that organisation. It's not something that we've produced off the shelf, it's not something that a subject or content which we force on the organisation and say this is how you should do things. Our approach is very much about understanding the organisation, what the organisation needs are, what they want to get out of the course, but also the day-to-day roles of the individuals that are going to come on that course. So I think having a unique understanding of their roles, realising as well of course that these people are expert in what they do, and that our job is to raise awareness to what makes them effective, to understand themselves, to get them to understand themselves, and to understand what makes them even more effective, what their drives are, what their motivations are, but as well their qualities and attributes that they can bring to make themselves effective in the role. So I think what makes the course unique, I think, is the way the course is tailored to the needs of the organisation and the individuals that come on the course.